You guys, I'm moving to Europe. Well, kind of. 9 countries, 2 months, just me, my camera, and a dream that I have had since college. Back in 2018, I studied in Barcelona for 3 months, and like everyone says when they come back from studying abroad, it was absolutely life-changing. I discovered more about myself, but most importantly, I discovered that I could live outside of the United States, build a life there, and really love it. From the moment I got back, I was like, I have to go. I had even regretted not going back-to-back trips like one of my friends did, and I knew that one day in my life, I was going to want to live abroad, even if it was short-term for a couple of months. So fast forward, 7 years later, I am working at a marketing agency, which is global, and I find out that they have a work abroad program, meaning I can work from any office in the entire world for 6 weeks. So I'm hyped. I plan everything out. I know where I'm going. I got it all approved by my managers. And then boom, I got laid off, y'all. Yeah, I got laid off. Trip plans, gone. Or not. Instead of letting that derail my plans, I was like, let's still go. Like, why not? Because I refuse to let external circumstances dictate my emotions, my goals, or my dreams. So literally in 24 hours, I'm headed to Portugal, and that is where my mini world tour starts. So where exactly are we going? Portugal, London, Switzerland, Denmark, Paris, Turkey, Morocco, Italy, Greece. Let's break it down. So the first part of our trip, I'm headed to Portugal and London, 2 places that I've been before, but my bestie Lola is joining me. We're talking culture, food, wine, a little bit of partying. We're gonna hit up Porto, Lisbon, and then we're gonna hop the pond over to London for our Rema concert, my Afrobeats lovers. If you know, you know. So we'll have a bit of a club era loading. Then comes my iconic 4-week run with my girl Natasha. And if you guys saw our Guatemala vlogs, you know it's about to be a time. I told her, I was like, my number one goal for this trip, I want my eyes to orgasm. I want to see things that I didn't even know existed. I want to cry and burst into tears because of how beautiful the view is in front of me. Think desert oasis, the Dolomites, 5 a.m. hot air balloons in Cappadocia, and that's what we doing. Starting off in Turkey for the full body health exam at their popular hospital. Really excited for that to also just get my health in check. Hopefully catching those hot air balloons in Cappadocia. We're praying that all works out. And we'll be stopping in Paris for La Fête de la Musique. I don't speak French, but it is a music day. The music day, the day of World Day of Music, the festival of it's a music festival celebrating music all over. And yeah, I fear we will be dancing for 72 hours straight and then going straight from the club straight to our flight. We're also going to be headed to Morocco. I've also been here, but this time we're going to be doing a little desert oasis tour, and I'm very excited. And last but not least, we are going to get to see the beautiful hills of the Dolomites in Italy. I'm super excited. Now, I have a couple of weeks where I'm going to be by myself, and here's the current plan. You guys will follow along to see how well we do the plan. First up is Copenhagen, Denmark. I have wanted to go there for a really long time for the past 2 years, and as a fashion girly, it's definitely been on my list. I want to go here, and this will be my rest time. I want cafes, walking around, dilly-dallying, and buying as many clothes as I want. My issue here, you know what? We're going to get to the issue later in the video when I start talking about the budget. The second place I plan to go to, might not go to, is Switzerland. I really want to do Switzerland. It was number one on my list, but Natasha's already been there. So I was like, I should just go by myself. It's insanely expensive. Like, people already said it's expensive, but the fact that it's like the trip is right around the corner, things are even just like quadruple the price. And I'm not sure if this isn't God's plan for me to go right now. I got some free activities, but nothing else was covered. So we will see if that's where I end up. If so, yay. If not, we're still going to discover some really cool things around the world. Now, some of my most exciting is I'm having a little vacation in Italy. My boyfriend's going to be meeting me, and we're taking a world tour. We are going to Venice, Milan, Lake Como, Rome, maybe Florence, I don't know, Naples, Positano, the coast, all of it. And I am so excited. I haven't been to Italy in a couple of years now, and boy, I can't wait to eat my weight in bread and pasta. I'm fairly certain the door closed because of the AC kicking on, but that was a little scary because no one's home right now. And the last stop will be Greece. I'm ending with a Virgin Voyages cruise. My parents are celebrating their 25th anniversary, and so I'll be hopping on over and ending my trip with family. Now, I actually did forget one more place. I'm actually doing 10 countries now because as of 24 hours ago, well, it's not 100% confirmed, but it's like 90% confirmed. I got invited on a brand trip to Bali in my little mini world tour. So I would be going from Italy to Bali, then to Greece, but I will talk about all of that in a whole separate video. So you guys stay tuned there. Now let's discuss budget and fears, because there's a lot of it. I'm not gonna lie, the trip makes me a little nervous, and not because it's like I'm traveling, because I love to travel, but because it's so much all at once, and I haven't gotten to plan everything out. Like, I am a type A girly to the T. Itinerary is always booked out, everything. I mean, I use Google Maps to plan out my day. That's the hotel, activity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back. I optimize that shit. So the fact that that's not figured out has me a little... And packing, though I finished packing, be proud of me. I did make a little video for you guys to see my little behind the scenes packing process. That was scary. And I just don't want to forget anything. I hope I didn't. But now let's get into the budget. The budget. Let's get cozy for this part of the conversation. First of all, planning this trip is like a full-time job. I've been surviving on Google Sheets and vibes. So far, I've booked maybe 85% of my flights, which is good enough. I don't have a flight back home, but that is a future Nyla problem. And then no activities are booked. And I would say 60% of the accommodations are booked, which that is more scary and giving me palpitations. But the reason why is because everything is so expensive. And as a creator, my goal is I always try to pitch to either activities or housing to get something covered in exchange for content and coverage on my socials. But it has been so hard pitching. And I post that on Threads, and I realized it's because it is the summer months. It's high season. So places are less likely to respond. I didn't think through this when I started this out. And so I am now overwhelmed. My current projected cost for just transportation and housing for the 2 months is about $6,500. And it's okay, but that doesn't include food and activities. In the grand scheme of things, my general monthly spend of living life in LA in general is about $6,000 anyway. So it's okay, we're right on par with as if we were still here. It's just scary because as I book stuff, I'm spending all of that money all at one time versus over the month. And it's a little jarring. But I am a big believer of abundance mindset. Money is out there. Money will flow back to me always. And so that kind of keeps me grounded, and I don't feel as scared anymore. It's like a little cycle where I'm and then I'm we'll be fine. We're good. We don't want to forget God is always at the middle. God has always provided for me. I have so many testimonies, financial testimonies specifically, where money has appeared in my life coming out of nowhere. I remember there was one time in college, my degree was paid for because of my scholarship, but I took care of housing. I had to pay for all of my housing. And I remember rent was coming up. I had no money. I literally had a little panic attack. Why the next day I got an email that I won a scholarship and the money was deposited. How much was it? It paid my rent. So God has me covered. I know that. God and an abundance mindset are the only things I need in life right now. Now, what I'm just so excited about for real is the content. I genuinely feel in my bones that this is my moment. My moment to go viral, to hit 100K on YouTube, all of the above. I believe that as long as I continue to be consistent and to continue just put my craft out there and bring you guys along in this journey, very real deal, raw, vulnerable, cool stuff around the world, I'm this is my time to shine. And if I don't take advantage of this, future me is going to be mad at present me. And yeah, some of you may think that's a little delusional, but listen, you have to believe the impossible to make things possible. I plan to be super active on YouTube, whether that's daily uploads seems a little daunting, but I think at least multiple uploads a week, and it won't be just my long, this is what I did in this country, a travel vlog, but I'm hoping to do daily stuff come with me on a cafe run, or look at this cool place we did here, here, and here. So I don't know exactly what it will look like, but I'm excited to have you guys along, and I hope that you are down for the ride, because I want you to literally feel like you are right there with me. That is my goal, is for you to feel like you also got to experience the things that I saw. That falls back into the main point of my platform is I want to, one, encourage people to go out and travel for themselves, but I also want people to be able to see what's possible and look at all the cool things that are in the world. A lot of people don't even know these things exist. Even when I go to different cities and I do things to do and blah, 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 people that live in that city are wow, you're showing me more stuff than I even knew about my own city. And that brings me so much joy, because that is the whole, that is the point. Don't forget that this is the point sometimes. On my other platforms like Instagram and TikTok, you'll get more of like behind the scenes stuff. TikTok, I do sometimes daily vlogs. My outfit checks will definitely be on there. Some makeup, some really cool things to do, like quick snippets. And then Instagram is more where you'll see like that curated vibe. We're still going to get those flicks off. So just make sure you are tapped in. Oh. If it was nighttime, I would be really scared. Just make sure you guys are tapped in. Sorry, it sounds like there's someone in my house, but it's the AC. Make sure you guys are tapped in all around. So make sure you're tapped in on all of my platforms all the way around. And I am just so excited. I'll be right back, you guys. This is like real deal, real life. I'm in my car because you guys, those sounds actually freaked me out. Like the door happening, cool. But then I'm talking and I hear an actual like another noise and I don't know what it could be from. No one is at home. And then I tell myself I'm fine. You guys see I keep talking in the clips. And then the sound happens again. So I will be waiting in my car until my roommates get home for further notice. I have to say, this is such a derail from the topic of this video. But I do see why people in horror films, when they hear something, want to go check it out. Because a part of me wanted to desperately go look and see what the noise is, simply so I could calm my nerves and be like, there's nothing in there. But what happens when there is somebody in the house? You know what I'm saying? I don't play that. But yeah, I'm so excited to bring you guys along my Europe trip. Like, I can't wait to show you everything. I also cannot believe that I literally leave in 24 hours. Like, not even 24 hours. My flight is tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm flabbergasted to think that in 24 hours I'm going to wake up, my eyes open, and I'm going to be in Portugal. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for following along. Remember to keep chasing your dreams in your life and build that dream life of yours. I will see you guys in the next video.